Oh boy. And we are live. Wake up. Hello, Walrus. Hello, Weirdo. Hello, Captain Spaulding. We are live. We are celebrating Mrs. Hopfrog's birthday. Her birthday's actually on Sunday, but I thought we'd take some time and celebrate it early, celebrate it tonight. Where's the panel link? Yeah, birthday, Mrs. Frog. Thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. My favorite song. I play it all the time. It's called the tuning song. Always fashionably late. Bonnie and Houdini send their birthday greetings. You'll have to thank them. Thank you for sending your greetings, Houdini and Bonnie. Welcome, Grease Man. The Grease Man is here. Got 7 people already. Wow, you guys were waiting. We were going to do it earlier, but then Mrs. Frog woke up with a really bad headache. And so she had a headache for a while. Now she's doing better, so she'll be saying hello here in a little while. So she just asked me to kind of come on here and entertain everybody while she's coming. There she is. There she is. She wrote, hello to Captain Spaulding. Hello, Weirdo. It's good to see everybody here. I haven't seen some of you guys for a while. Some of you guys are always here, and I thank you for that. No, I've been really scaling back on buying anything lately. I've been really scaling back. I have not bought any vinyl for quite some time. Got a new drum set a while back, so I'm trying to get that paid off. Am I conserving water? That's what I hear. Here you conserve water that way. Thank you, Walrus. Thank you for that. Try looking forward to picking a door for one of the closing Walmarts soon. Are the Walmarts closing by you guys? They're thriving where we're at. They seem to be thriving. Hello, ivermectin. Good to see you. It's Mrs. Frog's birthday. Yeah. From the closed Amazon warehouse. There you go. Oh, you got CCR. Okay, cool. CCR at Royal Albert Hall. I heard that one before. Leonard Skinner, give me back my bullets. It's been a long time since I've heard that Leonard Skinner. I had an uncle who was huge Skinner fan, and he had that. Yeah. Not a sponsor, but they are my dealer. I bought a lot of stuff through them. Musician's Friend. They should be a sponsor. I should talk to them. Maybe start doing some guitar reviews, because this thing here originally did come from Musician's Friend. My Jasmine. I've had this thing for, wow, a long time, almost 20 years, I think. So I've bought quite a bit of stuff from them. Maybe they should give me an affiliate link. I don't know. Hello, Seattle Judy. Welcome for coming by. Thank you. Best of wishes sent through the miles. Hope everything's good where you're at. You're burping up Russian dressing and pastrami. Okay. Hello, Sandy. It's always good to see you as well. Sometimes you come by, you leave hearts and stuff, and then now you're here tonight. Yeah, there you go. Pineapple soda. Wash it all down. And Mrs. Frog says, "Hey, Judy, thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes." Let's see here. Uh-oh. Yeah, a lot of people are, but he's only charging people if you have the blue check mark by your name. So some people use Twitter, some people use Facebook, sometimes people use, whatever. I don't know. I think after everything gets kind of ironed out, things will be better. So hopefully you didn't work for Twitter and were among the ones that got laid off. There's still people who do Twitter. Some people will only do Twitter. Some people only do Facebook. Some people only do YouTube. I do a little bit of everything. So it's the seniors. There you go. What do you do? Onlydoors.com? Kind of like OnlyFans, but only doors. Onlydoors.com. There's my pics on the floor. There you go. You're on the Trillium forum now? Okay. I know people are talking about doing all kinds of different things and stuff. So, hello, Tim. Yeah, we do mostly Instagram. Hello, Tim. Says, "Happy birthday, Mrs. H." That's kind of almost reminds me of Heart to Heart. The Max or Butler. "Hello, Mr. H. Mrs. H. Happy birthday, Mrs. H." I do mostly Instagram. She's got her own Insta. She's more popular on the Insta than I am. When it comes to social media, I'm kind of bad. Not bad as in doing bad things, but just kind of don't really have a whole lot of people following me. Let's see what I have here. I got 430 people following me. For what it's worth. She says, "Thank you." Ski has 4. That's nice. That's nice. Hello, Paulina. Good to see you. So we are celebrating. Yeah. Yeah, hers is 1,200 followers versus 300. And then she's following 3,200. I know she's killing it. 64th. Yeah. She's actually 54. She'll be 54. Take my shirt off, dim the lights. That's for later. You were on Twitter for 2 years before you get your first follower. There you go. Happy 69th. Yeah, 54. Yeah. Yeah, she still looks, everybody comments that I'm the one who's aging. She still looks the same. See, for when I first started dating her, why'd I have so many windows open? Close all these windows. I have way too many windows open. Close some of these windows. There we go. All right. All right. Where are we at here? Stop. Stop it. Alrighty. There we go. It's not working. All right. All right. What am I missing here? All right. Lisa's 40 going on 60. She mixes up ages. Hello, Dusty. Yeah. I started 11, so I'll be done by 1. There you go. There's something I missed. Oh, there you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. She's going to break a hip next time. Why is this not working? There we go. All right, figured out what I was doing wrong here. Yeah, when I first started dating her, she looked like that. She still almost looks the same. And then, let's see here. Where's that tab at? And she's a little baby. This thing's having issues. I know, right? Oh no. Hopefully they don't mess with your Twitter again. Hopefully they don't mess with your Twitter. Is this the one I was wanting to show? No. Alrighty. We have this one here. All right, 2 of them worked. There we go. So let me do this. Let me close that up. Too many modern technology. I'm trying to close this. Trying to open this. I got all these people watching me make a fool out of myself. And was this one here? No, that wasn't the one I wanted. There we go. Okay. All righty, here we go. There we go. Now I found the picture I was looking for. All right. Thanks. No, I actually, that was my hair. It wouldn't do much anything back in the day. Well, thanks you for popping by. We appreciate that. But the first picture over there, let me blow it up some here. So you guys can see that one. That's not the right page, is it? This one here. Oh, there you go. Okay, the first picture was when we got married back in 1985. She was a month shy of 17. I was 18. And then the one on the right to that, we got married a second time. We renewed our vows shortly before she went in and had brain surgery in December of 2002 for her Arnold Chiari malformation. So we weren't sure if she was going to make it through the surgery, so we decided to renew our vows, which we were planning on doing anyways, but we decided to do it. Instead of 20 years, we did it at 17 years. So there's that picture there. And then the picture of the two of us, that was from just a little while ago, but you can see that she still looks pretty much the same while I get older. Yeah, we got married in 1985. Yeah, been married a long time. Like I said, been married 37 years. Time's gone by really, really fast. Oh, the kingpin haircut. Oh, there you go. It did kind of look like that haircut that what's his name had from Kingpin, didn't it? It definitely did look like that. I look like Sean Penn. That's what people tell me. Thank you. That is cool and it is rare. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandy. You had a lot of years together, it sounds like. Just good. $82 to $15. I look like Joe Exotic. Okay. Oh, great. Now I look like the dude from Saw. Oh, thank you, Judy. Thank you. I look like the guy from Saw. Alrighty. Oh, okay. All those. Okay. All right. I see that. I see that. Tobinville. Okay. Let's see if it'll let me share these on that window there. Okay. Let's see here. There it is. All right. Let me do this. All right. There. Let's go over here. Let's make this page bigger. Because bigger is better, right? Let's make it bigger. It's hard to make the Polaroids big. That too. Yes. Sorry for your loss. Okay, where am I now? Thanks, Ivor. Oops, wrong way. So, yeah, it's a picture I was showing earlier. This was I think this was probably about a month before I met her. I think so. But yeah, she's always been very, very beautiful. I used to walk for hours to her house. A couple times I got in trouble for actually walking on the meridian of the freeway. But that was before I got my license. But I used to walk to her house all the time, and then her neighbors had some really nice roses. I used to clip the flowers and bring her flowers almost every day. They had these really nice roses, and I just clip off a couple of them. So, all right, let's see here. Oh, that's when our wee baby was born. It's when our son was born there. Happy family. What did I just do? What did I just do? Oh, all right. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, man. What did I just do? All right, let's go back over here. All righty. It's not showing there, is it? No. Okay. All right. What the heck? Oh, well. All right. There we go. There we are, relaxing at the beach. Is that showing? Yep. Okay, good. That was right before I met her. It was probably the month we started dating. Went to one of those photo booths. I think that's it on the pictures. There we go. Yeah. The 90s. Okay, you guys are still here. I'm still here. I didn't kick myself out. I didn't kick anybody else out. So, hello, Nicole. Good to see you. It's been a little while since I've seen you. Welcome. Yep. We've had many years together. Many wonderful years. Girls love them. All right. Thank you very much. Yep. So her birthday is actually going to be Sunday, but I figured, everybody's got things going on. Might as well just do this stream tonight and dedicate to her. Oh, thank you so much. Oh man, that's funny. She's gonna start putting a bunch of twos in there. Especially the way things are going over here. So Nichols and Pollykins. It's good everybody's here. It's nice to see everybody here. I know we're a little bit earlier than normal, which maybe is a good thing. I don't know. Sometimes if I go later, sometimes it seems like not as many people come in, or if I go earlier, I know there's a lot of stuff going on. So it's always good to see everybody. Ski and Tribe have missed you? Okay. I got lucky because you just woke up. That's always good. That's always good. Catching people right when they wake up before they're coherent and they go, what am I doing here, and go somewhere else. That's that. Yeah. Those all the pictures. Yeah. Okay. Got everything sent over. Okay. All those pictures. Thank you very much, Sandy. 1.7 hours sleep, or is that supposed to be 17 hours of sleep? You never know. Sometimes you wacky kids sleep a long time, or sometimes you guys don't sleep at all. Not really sure. 1 hour and 7 minutes. I'm pretty good. I average about 3 or 4. So must be because I'm old. I need more sleep or something. I don't know. And how is the stream looking so far, quality wise? That's what I want to know. Sometimes it looks good. Sometimes I get blurry. Let me go check here real quick. It doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Who's that old guy on my camera? Oh, now it's getting blurry now. Okay, we're back. It's clear. Stream is good. Okay. The little meter said it was good, and then looks like it got blurry for a second and came back. So that is good. That is the best. That's what I like to see, is when it's coming through. Everything sounds good. I hope everything sounds good. Everything looks good. You love the club above me. I could just do it like this. With my light. There you go. And what's fun is I have some gels. I can put some gels over here. Those are little pieces of plastic that are colored, but they're heat resistant. You can put them over these lights and do all kinds of cool effects. Like this stuff here. I don't know if it's thick enough or not. Makes me look blue. You can double this up with blue and purple, and you can simulate a nighttime scene. Or you can do all kinds of stuff with lighting, but enough about me, right? So I recently started a part-time venture where I'm selling these, my first flame fire logs for kids make their first fire. Experience the joy of fire lighting. You get the fire ring, the poker, the logs, and the 8-ounce fuel can. It's cherry scented accelerant. Can I make it night? Oh, you're talking about the light in the window? Yeah, the light's coming in the window. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Oh, it is. See, that's the problem. You don't teach kids a proper way to handle fire. If they learn how to handle fire, they can see, like this guy here, he's just amazed with the match. But if you show them how to light fires on their own, look at this. Look at the fun that kid's having. Spark excitement. Only seen on late night TV, folks. Licking batteries, putting weird stuff in the microwave. Can't hold a candle to the daring delights of my first fire. Hello, Miss You. Happy birthday to Mrs. Frog. It's incredibly safe. That's why they have the fire ring. It's an 18-inch fire ring. You get the fire panels there. You get 4 of them. You get the logs. Look at this. Shows you filling up you connect the fire ring, you fill up the logs, then you light it like a stick of dynamite. Yeah, sorry to anybody. Sorry to anybody. Do it. You have to be over 21 for the cocktails. Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, lighter not included. That's right. Cherry scented accelerant. Because gasoline just has a bad smell. Some people, it depends. I've talked to people before who actually like the smell of gasoline. Some people don't. So you just deal with it. But cherry scented makes it so much more delightful. You get that nice cherry aroma. But some people don't like cherry, so I guess it depends on what you like and what you don't like. So cherry scented accelerant. So there you go. You're 34. That's a good deal. But just think, if you're like 5-6 years old and learned how to light fires safely, you could help out the family. Parents come home from a day after work. Oh, you like the smell of gasoline? Okay. 100 octane smells like, okay. I mean, some people like it. It smells nice, I guess, in a weird way. Yeah. Some people like it. Some people don't. And Tribe is deaf is why he's hollering at everybody. He's doing the "get off my lawn" right in all caps. You can have fires in like a barbecue grill or something. Just imagine you being a hardworking parent and you're like, after a long day of work, you got to come home and make dinner for everybody. And you got the little one there going, "I hope you're hungry, Mom. I got dinner ready for you." You're like, "What?" They've got dinner ready because they had the first fire. Okay. He's cleaned 8 times 6 years. You're trying to wake up for doing your university work. Gasoline, yeah, gives her a headache. Drop out. You got to give Nicole a break. She's been going to school, working on that degree. Almost ready. But what's good for a college student? I know, why is he yelling, right? You know what you need when you're hiking around campus? You know what you really need when you're hiking around campus? Cargo socks. That's what you need. Calf Mules cargo socks. They're comfortable, they're spacious, they're sustainable, and you can get, it has slots for wearing flip-flops with your cargo socks. Keep stuff dry. You put your keys in there. Oh, it's the wrong way. Put your keys in there. If you're walking to class, you need a tasty snack. You need that. And also, you can keep your money safe too. Keep your valuables. Keep what's important close at foot. This contains 6 pairs. They go great with your Air Force Ones. Yeah. Actually, this year my eyes have started fading, so I got to kind of squint to see the thing. But these have been around for years. The gold miners used to use them. Oh. Brand new Smith & Wesson. Guns are dangerous. You need that shrimp. Yeah, you need that shrimp. You just just clean the fridge. There you go. There you go. Challenge Summer Camp was starting fire with a single match, no accelerant. Advanced level is start with a flint or a friction stick, no match. Can find everything now. There you go. Yeah, I have to. These are my. What are these? I think these are just 1.25s. Either 1.25s or 1.5 readers. So yeah, I'm at that age now. Like if I'm reading something that's really small print, I mean like number 8 font or 6 font, I put these on. It just makes me look smarter, right? Or it just makes me look old. Or what's that you say? But yeah, you don't need to yell, Tribe. I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear. There you go. Blood pudding video. Blood pudding. Yeah. Hers are number 3. Her eyes started going bad too. We're at that age. Once you hit your 50s, there you go. You don't make content anymore, if at all, one stream in 6 months. Well, you're busy. You got stuff going on. You're actually doing stuff. So, oh, Miss You is your boo. There you go. Captain. Kiss your face. Clean my frog, though. What's a frog? Might probably use fridge. Frog. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, you're busy, thankfully. You're all, yep, thankfully I'm busy. I'm a busy person. Got things going on. A lot of stuff going on. Yep. Hashtag kissy face. Hashtag kissy face. So how was everybody's week? I always ask that usually right when I start. People start coming up here. I know this week was pretty busy. Had a lot of things going on work-wise and stuff. So hopefully everybody had a good week. I know I told you. Okay. Harvard referencing and hated every minute of it. Okay. So hopefully you'll learn about Yale referencing next. I don't. Oh, man. All righty. Let's see here. I would play more guitar for you, but my fingertips, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe this one you can see better. Like this one here, I'm getting splits. It's that time of the year. Fingertips cracking. Cold weather doing that to you guys. Skin starts drying out. Usually starts happening with my fingertips. Every single finger I've got a crack on. It feels like when I go to grab something, it feels like someone's like taking a straight pin and you know, my fingers all the time. I'm like, ow, ow, ow. All right. For your work. Oh, it's just long. Okay. Yeah. They're like right next to the nail. They're a pain in the neck. Yep. Working man hands. Yep. Yep. It's usually what I have to do is I have to put a bunch of lotion on and put gloves on and let the lotion soak in until I use hand sanitizer for the first time, then they get dried out right all over again. But yeah, that's what it looks like to have working man hands. Hey, Elbow, if you're watching, or Rich Life for anybody, that's what working man hands look like. Those guys don't come over here though, so we're safe. He spends 97% of the day in the avocado shower. Yep. Not soft like elbow hands. That's true. That is very true. Big Dove soap. Oh boy. Yeah, there's some stuff that I got. It's actually looks pretty good. I forget the name of it. It's in like a little green container and it opens up and it's looks almost like cold cream kind of. It works pretty well. Because I've tried everything already. Like I don't like Vaseline because it just kind of coats my hands and doesn't really soak in. I've used different kinds of lotions and stuff too. Some of them soak in better. Corn huskers sometimes works all right, but you know, it's my Irishness, I guess, is why I have dry skin. I don't know. Corn huskers, yeah, that's what somebody recommended to me years ago, and that seems to help pretty well. I need a good hand cream. I know. Or just a nice paraffin baths to soak them in. You don't care for the Camay bar soap. There you go. Fancy soaps. Just use Ivory. There you go. Rich Life chews through his fingertips. Yeah. That's. There's one thing about chewing your fingernails, which is bad enough, but when you start chewing on your actual fingertips, that gets to be a bit much. Duct tape the fingertips. There you go. Camay at the 99-cent store. I think my grandma used to buy that years ago. It's pink and real perfumey. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it stinks really bad. Maybe it's the Dove one. One of them smells. It smelled so bad. I was like, wow. It's like it smells like old lady perfume or something. It smells really bad. I refuse to pay $6 for 3 bars of soap from a retail supermarket. Yeah, I did put super glue on my fingertips tonight because they were starting to open up some. So that's what you got to do. That's what they do when you have bad cuts. When they do surgery, they put super glue. He likes his soap and his meatballs from the dollar store. Your grandma bought that soap too? You know the one, it's like pink. And I think it has like a silhouette of a lady or something on there or something. Very perfumey. It makes your eyes like burn. It's so perfumey. Dollar store meatballs. What was it? Pink Camay? Okay. So you heard it here first, folks. Tribe enjoys smelling like a perfumey grandma. Okay. That was the best dish soap. You wash your dishes with the Camay as well? I'm confused. I am totally confused now. I think so. Well, I guess at least you're clean smelling, you know. Made lasagna for the family with garlic. Ooh, garlic ciabatta bread. Nice. Nice. I know when I was growing up, if we wanted garlic bread, it's you can get out the Wonders. On a good day, you get the Wonders bread. You know, if you can't swing the Wonders bread, it's usually store brand. And melt some butter and sprinkle on some garlic. And there, that was your garlic bread. We had the white bread for hamburger buns, white bread for hot dog buns, white bread for toast. You know, I mean, the meme that you see going around, it says, oh, I was so poor when I was growing up. These were hamburger buns. Yeah, that's how it was, you know. we had we had the Weber's or the Wonder Bread. It was just it was whatever. Oh, you don't know what Wonder Bread is? Okay, Wonder Bread is sliced white bread enriched. Let me see if I can find a picture of Wonder Bread. It was just one company that made it. It was like Weber's was another one. I can't think of any other. It's just sliced white bread. And what the heck is this? These people are out their mind. Anyways, let me show you this. Cheese you can roll out. Oh, you mean the little plastic squares of cheese? Cheese food? This was, let me see here. All right, this is it Sharon? There we go. Wonder Bread. People are selling 2 packs of Wonder Bread for $32. I mean, $33.22. Condition new. I hope it's new. Oh no, it's slightly used bread. Classic. Expect more. It's just look at you, are you seeing that? Are you seeing the price of that? Oh, look sad. Oh, Velveeta. Okay. Oh man, all right, stop sharing the Wonder Bread. All right, let's see here. What did I miss? Okay. All right, get with Progy. Okay, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. He's cleaning himself with dish soap. Wonder Bread doesn't taste the same. Okay, he just bought some. Sara Lee, white bread tastes like bread. Wonder Bread is carpet. Okay, oh, you're talking about Velveeta, the cheese, yeah. Velveeta cheese, yeah, that's not the best. Wonder Bread was too soft. Velveeta was. Hey, thank you, Boris. Thank you, Boris. It is hard to put in the toaster. The Wonder Bread. Let's see if we can find some classic Velveeta. It's like, no, please don't. See, the thing that people liked best about Velveeta cheese was the fact that it melted. As you can see. There we go. Oh, it's goodness. Oh, there you go. Cheese in a can. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yep. The best cheese comes in a can. An aerosol can of cheese. Cheese Whiz. Hello, Nick. We're talking about Wonder Bread and I guess spray cheese. Never a dull moment around here. Cheese does not live in a can. Okay. Velveeta makes the best nachos. Velveeta doesn't need refrigeration. The wonders of science since 1960. Velveeta brought to you by Monsanto. Or ExxonMobil or something. I don't know. Nice white cheese from scratch. None of that nasty stuff. Never cheese in a can. Play the video for retro food. Alrighty. Which do you have that video handy? Let's see if she has that video handy. She's usually on top of the ball like that. Are we talking 70s foods or 80s foods? She has, okay, maybe she sent it to me. Let me check. Nope. This is, now we're talking. This, oh no. Okay. This is, oh, this is, all right. Not so much mayhem. Okay. They're the best in cans. Yep, exactly. Exactly. I wonder if this is the one here. Yeah, let's start about right there. Tasty. All right, here we go. You guys ready for this? This is a classic treat here. All right. Cheese in a can is small potatoes compared to this culinary delight here.
You can do a different design if you want to than this one. This was rushed because we only have 3 minutes. But take your time. Maybe do some design work.
Right.
Make it beautiful.
Okay. So now we're going to pour this mixture.
So that's bouillon?
It's bouillon and gelatin.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Now, some people say you can use a little green food coloring or a little pickle juice. Just depends.
Juice, yeah.
But I went with this one.
Now, hold on one second. Let's get a shot of this from above. If that doesn't scream yum.
Okay. Now
this looks oddly familiar.
Here's the best part.
All right.
I had to get another bun pan because I like to have it all ready.
But you threw up in the other one.
No, so I tried to flip it over this morning, and It kind of.
Oh.
It was not. It wasn't quite set.
How can I best
So you're supposed to put it in for 4 hours or overnight. Now are you ready? We're going to try and flip it.
Do I need to stand back?
You might need to.
All right. Good luck. Oh, you got it. Perfect.
And it's.
And this is a slow.
I didn't use enough gelatin or what, but you see there's gelatinous stuff in there.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just try it anyway.
Yeah, gladly. Shall I try the wiener or
Okay, that didn't work. That was supposed to be a gelatin mold with hot dogs and pickles in it. That was not. Yeah, that wasn't what I was looking for there. All right, let's see here. All righty. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh, that's okay. Here we go. You guys know to come to the right place for all these wonderful things. During the groovy 70s, there was delightful treats such as these. I like the fish with all the garnishments they put on there, the sliced tomatoes and the ice. It was pretty disgusting. The music was nice though. Miss U was getting down with the music. There was some nice music and stuff, but yeah, it was Pretty crazy. Okay, she wants me to show the other one. All right, I'll get to that other page there. Yeah, that's the way people did stuff in the 70s. They made it all right there on the avocado green table and the little fondue pot, cooking everything, making was it Polynesian kebabs with the shrimp and the olive and the pineapple into the curry and sour cream inside the middle of the whatchamacallit, pineapple. Yes, that's what it was. All righty, let me do that. All right, let me get to this link here. Oh, really? Is it the same one? Oh no. It says that video is not available anymore. If someone tried to bring that in my kitchen, they'd be going out to the trash with the monstrosity they tried to pass off as food. They should have thrown that shrimp in that tomato mold. I know, I'm telling you. I've seen where they make the tomato mold and then they get the little cocktail weenies, or they will get the SpaghettiOs. I've seen where they do like a SpaghettiO. What's it called? The aspis or something, where they make those. I think that's what they teach you how to make in cooking schools. Doing good, Mike. How are you? Oh man, they don't have that there. We'll have to send you some recipes so you can make one. You can set up a shop right there on the corner next to the local tea shop, and then you could be selling gelatin delights. Aspic, that's what it was. Aspic. Julia Childs was big on those. The DJ crap that you just showed us. This is Julia Childs. Today we're going to make a delicious aspic served in a salmon mold made with caviar and Velveeta cheese. Oh, show some car. Okay, the one you posted works. Okay, let me try it again. And for whatever reason, it wasn't working on my end. Okay, let's. Oh, okay, now it's working. That's weird. All right, let's. All right. All right, let's go. Let's go back in time. Maybe they put that. They usually serve the fake cheese on like Ritz crackers or some type of something. All right, let's go back in time, cats and kittens, to the 1970s when life was groovy. Mustang with the nice Krager rims. All right, this is classic foods from the 70s. Okay, you give us our independence and this is what we do, right? Yeah, we got our independence from England and we decided to enjoy it by having weird foods.
In many ways, it was an era of political turmoil, difficult economic times, and major changes in cars and foods. Packaged snacks became an even more popular item than ever in the 1970s. Almost every American household was interested in them, and there was a huge variety to choose from. Some items were crazy, but some were actually quite good. Many of them have changed since or have disappeared altogether. Here is a closer look at the classic foods from the 1970s that we all got to enjoy. Brands in the 70s were pretty creative and they tried really hard to get your attention. The banana flip is a good example of that. They were made by a few snack cake brands like Nichols and Mickey's. This was essentially a yellow banana cake that was folded in a half moon and stuffed with cream filling. It really looked like a cake taco. You may have had a favorite snack in the 70s, and there's a good chance that it might have been made by Nabisco. Were you a fan of cheese tidbits? These delicious snacks were in a stick form, making them a bit different from the competition. They were sold for quite a while, but they can't be found anywhere now. I guess we'll just have to stick with Goldfish and Cheez-Its. If you were worried about consuming calories when you snack, then perhaps you tried these. At only 44 calories per stick, they were really as light as gravity in space. They were made by Pillsbury and trademarked in 1970. This space snack was supposed to be a nutritionally balanced stick of protein, fat, and carbohydrates. They came in 6 flavors such as chocolate, peanut butter, and caramel. They disappeared from the shelves in the 1980s. Looking at the box design today, it reminds me of something you would see on a box of dog snacks. In the 70s, there was a serious war going on between cereals. Baron von Redberry was a cereal created by General Mills around 1972 that featured a World War I era German pilot. It was presumably modeled after the real Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen. The cereal itself consisted of berry-flavored oat cereal with sweet berry marshmallows, and it tasted strongly of fruit punch. Baron von Redberry was the nemesis of Sir Grapefellow, which was the mascot of another General Mills cereal brand. In their rivalry over which one was better, Redberry would proclaim, "Baron von Redberry is der berry goodest," and Grapefellow would counter with, "Sir Grapefellow is the grapest." Another interesting cereal from the 70s is Crazy Cow. It was first introduced by General Mills in 1976 and came in chocolate or strawberry. They basically took the Kix cereal balls and covered them in chocolate or strawberry powder so you would have this delicious milk to drink afterwards. Like any other cereal of the time, they included different enticements to try to make kids beg their moms for this cereal box. One promotional item was the Star Wars trading cards. These were highly collectible because they offered different cards than what was sold in the packs. Aspen was a clear apple-flavored soda that was sold across the United States by the Pepsi Company. It was first introduced in 1978, but went off the market in 1982. In 1984, PepsiCo came out with a replacement apple soda under its Slice line. Long before we had Google, there were Googles. These were made by Dolly Madison in the 70s, and they were a type of snack cake. They also made Cuckoos and Razzies. Part of their brilliant marketing plan included having peanut characters on their packaging, as if a kid needed any more help enticing him to have a snack or two of sweets. Cuckoos were essentially ding-dongs, and Razzies were a yellow cake version of Cuckoos. Googles are a little bit more difficult to describe. I never had one nor saw one in the store. I did try to Google Googles, but I didn't see too much on them. Nearest I could tell, they were yellow cakes with white frosting and possibly cinnamon on top. If you ever had one, let us know in the comments what you thought about them. They almost seem like the elusive Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. Another product with a crazy name was Kugel. This was a flavored peanut spread marketed by Kraft and released in 1971. It was available in several flavors like chocolate, vanilla, banana, and cinnamon. The product was meant to be placed on sandwiches, crackers, or anything else that you would put peanut butter on. The best part about it is that it wouldn't make your mouth stick together. Pizza Spins may be a product you remember in the early 70s. They weren't around too long. They launched in 1968 and were pulled in 1975, but their legend lives on. The crispy pinwheel-shaped snack took the flavors of pizza and put it into a chip form. What's better than a chip flavored with cheese, tomatoes, and other spices? It's interesting to see the box, though. The pizza has no cheese on it. Can it really be called a pizza with no cheese? Remember Toastettes? Long before Pop-Tarts took over the world, there was actually a variety of toaster treats to choose from. Toastettes originally came out in 1967 from Nabisco, but were readily available in the 70s. Some people preferred them over Pop-Tarts. They had a thin crust, warm center, and a light sprinkle of sugar on top. They were a great way to get your morning started. These left the market in 2002. Donka toaster pastries came out in the late 60s but remained somewhat popular throughout the 70s. They had stiff competition with other toaster breakfast items, but they were supposed to be better. They seemed to be marketed towards the middle-aged person who wanted more of an actual Danish pastry with buttery, flaky pie crust. These are certainly one snack that you can't see anymore. In 1976, Danish rings hit the market, and they were actually a replacement for the Danish go-rounds, which broke too easily. These new and improved Danish rings were made by Kellogg's. They were a bit like Pop-Tarts, but were flakier and oval-shaped. Even though they sounded great, they never really caught on, and they were discontinued in 1980. Remember the Reggie Bar? In 1976, while playing in Baltimore, Jackson had said, "If I played in New York, they'd name a candy bar after me." Fast forward to the Yankees' home opener of the 1978 season on April 13th, and that's exactly what happened. The Standard Brands Company responded with a circular bar of peanuts dipped in caramel and covered in chocolate. It was a confection which was originally named the Wayne Bun, and it was made in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Reggie bars were handed out to fans as they walked into Yankee Stadium. Jackson hit a home run, and when he returned to the right field the next inning, fans began throwing Reggie bars onto the field in celebration. The bar did not stay in play very long. Its career ended in 1981. Fruit Brute cereal was made by General Mills and was introduced in 1974. The cereal was described on the box as a fruit-flavored frosted cereal and marshmallow bits. The mascot for the cereal was a werewolf, also named Fruit Brute. The cereal is long gone, but apparently Quentin Tarantino must have been a fan. It made cameo appearances in 1992's Reservoir Dogs and also the 1994 film Pulp Fiction. You know, the problem with candy bars is that they just don't last long. This is something that the Mars Candy Company wanted to help out on. They introduced the Marathon Bar in 1973, and it was 8 full inches of braided caramel covered in milk chocolate. The commercials had a cowboy guy proclaiming it was a candy bar that you can't eat quickly. The bright red packaging actually featured a ruler on it so you would know exactly how long it was. The bar was discontinued in 1981. Did you love tuna as a kid? Or maybe your mom was just trying to always serve it to you? Maybe you just wanted to try something different with your tuna. How about tuna twist? This rocked the world in the 1970s. The seasoning combined a blend of veggies, herbs, and spices. It came in 3 flavors: onion, cheddar, and Italian. All you had to do was add your can of tuna, mayonnaise, and a pack of tuna twist. The product was marketed as a meal extender, and it could turn 4 sandwiches into 6. The commercials at the time were pretty catchy too. "I'm Sir Celery. I'm Miss Parsley. We're the Onion Twins. A tuna taste, fresh as a garden." There was one small problem with tuna twist, which turned into a big problem. It contained a textured vegetable protein that made people sick, and the product was removed from the shelves. How about some Muggle lunch? It was exactly how it sounds. Add the ingredients to a mug, then just add boiling water and wait 4 minutes. This meal was introduced in 1976 by Betty Crocker, so it had to be good, right? It came in a few different varieties like macaroni and cheese, spaghetti, and beef noodles with gravy. Nowadays, the modern microwave versions make this seem less amazing. Remember concentrate cereal? This wasn't new in the 70s, and it was made by Kellogg's and was released in 1959, but it still sold until the late 1970s when it was removed from the shelves. If you were a kid, then you probably stayed away from it as it looked like some type of goldfish food, but your parents might have eaten it. It was promoted as the greatest concentration of nutrients ever offered in a single all-purpose food. If you were having a dinner party in the 70s, all you really needed as a snack was some crackers and Nabisco's Snack Mate cheese. It was introduced in 1966, but it remained really popular throughout the 70s. Everyone always felt like a professional confectionery trying to spray the cheese, and if you were really daring, you could just go straight for your mouth. The product can still be found, but they have changed the name to Easy Cheese. Huge shopping malls were all over the place in the 70s. They were the perfect place to get all your shopping done and also grab a little bite to eat. If you were having a party, then maybe you stopped by the Hickory Farm store for some delicious snacks. Not only could you get cheese, crackers, and a sausage roll, but you could also get one of their chocolate bars. Nowadays, malls seem to be disappearing, and so are the Hickory Farm stores. But at least some of the snacks can still be found. Packaging in the 70s was completely different. Ding dongs came wrapped in foil. Con swirls had a foil bottom, and chocolate pudding came in a tin can. Something about that just seemed to make it taste better. And how about Swanson's TV dinners? They weren't new, and they have their roots back in the 40s and the 50s, but they came on aluminum trays too. With more dual-income households, Mom had less time to cook. Pop these things in the oven, and 45 minutes later, you had a good meal. The crazy thing is, we never really thought about having to wait that long to eat. Kids nowadays really just don't understand the struggle we had to go through. And if your peas got in your cherry dessert, it was like a free game of operation trying to get that out. Heaven forbid your green beans got mixed in and baked with your brownie.
Tasty, tasty treats. All right, let's do this. She sent me another one here, so let's bring this one up here. Why is my camera off? There I am. All right. Cheese in a can. Turkey Swanson's TV dinner. Good stuff. Good stuff, kids. All right, Nick. We'll see you later. Looks like Nick's going. All right. Let's do this. The 80s foods.
Big music, big movies, and big trends. Snacks and foods in the 80s were the same way. Well, minus the hair part. People still enjoyed items from previous decades, but there were some new things. This video will discuss some of the foods that helped shape the 80s. Some of these are still around, and some of them are long gone. There are very few kids who don't like pudding, but there is actually something better than plain pudding: frozen pudding. Companies had recipes on how you can make pudding pops way back in the 60s. However, it wasn't until 1979 when General Foods decided to give it a try themselves. They released Jell-O pudding pops, and thanks to a famous spokesman named Bill Cosby, they really took off in the 1980s. They came in chocolate, vanilla, and chocolate and vanilla swirl. These delicious popsicles remained popular until they were discontinued in the 1990s. Somehow, they just weren't making a profit off of these tasty treats. One of the 80s coolest snack bars was the Peanut Butter Bopper, which came out in 1985 by General Mills. Originally, they were available in fudge chip, honey crisp, peanut butter, and by 1986, they added fudge graham and cookie crunch to the lineup. The bars had a soft, creamy center made of real peanut butter that would melt in your mouth. The outside was where all the crunchy flavors were at. Within 90 days of their release, they captured 9% of the snack market. Sadly, these are no longer available in the grocery stores. If you were a cookie lover in the 80s, then there's a good chance you tried the Keebler Magic Middles. Kids everywhere seem to have them in their lunch boxes. These were shortbread cookies with either fudge or peanut butter filling in the center. Despite their popularity, they were discontinued so they could use the equipment that manufactured them for another item. People have been wanting these to relaunch for years, and there's even a Facebook page that's dedicated to make it happen. However, these cookies are still missing in action. The 1980s saw a full-blown war going on with sodas. Coca-Cola is one of the most successful soda companies in the world. The brand is recognized almost all over the world, but in the 1980s, the company experimented with some new products. Coca-Cola already had a Diet Cola named Tab, which was popular, but in 1982, they came out with Diet Coke. This contained artificial sweeteners instead of sugar, and it took over the market by storm. A year later, they came out with caffeine-free Diet Coke, and this was also highly successful. With the success of the Diet Cokes, they began to wonder if they could improve the original formula. Coca-Cola had been losing sales to diet drinks as well as other non-cola beverages. Pepsi was also coming on strong in the 80s with some brilliant advertising. Then came the blind taste test, which showed that the public preferred Pepsi over Coca-Cola. So Coke went to work and came out with a new formula, and they called it New Coke. It launched on April 23, 1985, and made big news. Initially, the sales were good, but then quickly sales went back down to the way they were, and the public demanded the classic formula be brought back. Manny said the new Coke tasted like Pepsi, and even Pepsi ran ads with people saying, "I know why Coke did it now." On July 11, 1985, Coca-Cola executives announced the return of the original formula. The Netflix show Stranger Things, which takes place in the 80s, featured New Coke, and it brought it back for a little bit, but it has since faded away into soda history. Keeping with sodas, there were also a couple others worth mentioning. Hubba Bubba Bubblegum decided to get in on the soda game for a while, and then another soda came in on the action and did quite well. Jolt Cola came out with decent popularity. Most thought it tasted like an RC Cola, but it had much more caffeine. Eventually, the popularity of these two sodas faded, but occasionally you can still find a Jolt Cola. Soda companies were also trying their hand in the gum market, and they did fairly well for a while. Dr. Pepper might have been the most popular, but you could also find others like RC and 7-Up. Hershey Bar None was a chocolate bar that was released in California in 1986, and it went nationwide in 1987. The original formula was a cocoa wafer, chocolate filling, peanuts, and a milk chocolate coating. In 1992, the product was reformulated into 2 wafers with chocolate coating, peanuts, and caramel. It was discontinued in 1997 with little fanfare, but you can still find it sold in Mexico. Do you remember Tato skins made by Keebler? They were released in the mid-80s and they were made from potato peels. Eventually, they added cheddar cheese and bacon, sour cream and chives, and barbecue by the later part of the 80s. These snacks by Keebler are long gone, but there are some similar ones made by a restaurant chain named TGIF. The 1980s saw some products that were completely different, and fruit roll-ups were definitely one of those. They were made by Fruit Corners and can still be found in supermarkets today. But the company also had another product they introduced in 1986 called Fruit Wrinkles. These were pieces of wrinkled fruit that came in little packages. They sort of rode in on the coattails of the popular California raisins that were all over the place in the mid-1980s. Kids everywhere were singing the song, wearing the shirts, and collecting the figures as well as various other types of merchandise. Were you a fan of Hostess pudding pies? These came in chocolate and vanilla and were quite popular for a while because they were so different. They have been discontinued by Hostess, but there are some other lesser-known bakery brands that still make them. Bonkers was a popular candy that was introduced in the mid-1980s by Nabisco. If you remember the commercials, they feature people who would have giant fruit fall and bonk them on the head. It came in assorted fruit flavors as well as chocolate. They seemed sort of like a piece of gum, but it was actually a chewy piece of candy. The product is no longer sold, but there have been constant rumors of its comeback. In 1983, Cheetos released a new flavor of their popular snack. It was bacon flavored, and it was released in the Crunchy and the Puffs. They are no longer on the market, but Chester does have bacon cheddar fries in case you get the craving. Nabisco seemed like they were always coming out with something new, and in the 80s they had Swiss cheese crackers. These had holes like a real piece of Swiss cheese, but the flavor didn't quite match up with the cheese. They were still cheesy, crisp, and delicious though. They have been discontinued, but occasionally you'll see some other brands that have something similar. In 1984, PepsiCo introduced Slice, which was a soft drink made with real fruit juice. Well, a small percentage of fruit juice anyways. This sweet fizzy drink was a big success, but the product disappeared from the shelves in 2005. A company named New Slice Ventures LLC acquired the rights, so you may still see some of these in Canada and the US. In the mid-'80s, Keebler came out with Tribbles, which was a little bite-sized cookies in a little package. They came in chocolate chip and mint chocolate and were often found in vending machines. By the turn of the 90s, they had completely disappeared. If you lived in the 80s, then I'm sure you couldn't escape the burger war that was going on. This war had been going on since the 50s when Burger King released their Whopper sandwich. But Wendy's came on strong with a line of commercials that used the slogan, "Where's the beef?" McDonald's was still trying to crush out the competition. In 19...
Okay. She sent me another one. All right, let's look at that one here. 90s. So we're covering the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We're covering it all, folks. Don't want anybody to feel left out. Let's get over here. All right. Let's get some coffee. Oh, I'm awake. All right, here we go. Make sure that's clicked. These are top 10 things from the 90s that don't exist anymore. Everybody's getting hungry. Alrighty. Let's see here. Alrighty, let's see. That big. All right.
For the top 10 things from the 90s that don't exist anymore.
It began with a nut and a bolt.
For this list, we're looking at food, technology, fashion, and more that defined our lives between 1990 and 1999. Which piece of 90s culture do you miss the most? What are you glad is gone? Share your nostalgia in the comments. Number 10, Y2K panic.
Doug, everyone here is waiting for the same thing, the stroke of midnight.
We all know that the human race and planet Earth are not going to be around forever. But with the new millennium on the horizon, many believed the year 2000 was going to initiate the collapse of society.
Now, the federal government is comparing Y2K to a huge natural disaster, like an earthquake, a hurricane, or a tornado that disrupts people's lives for days, weeks, or maybe even months.
In the 90s, several computer experts warned that because many computer systems represented years using only the last two digits, computers would mix up 1900 and 2000. This led some folks to buy up food and supplies to tide them through an imminent apocalypse. But as it turned out, the world stepped into the new millennium with minimal issues.
It hit midnight and nothing happened. It was like crickets in the newsroom.
While we have dealt with a few other end-of-the-world fears afterwards, like 2012, none quite reached the same level of paranoia.
The end of the world is coming. Now, come on, get in your radiation suits.
Peter, we are not missing a once-in-a-lifetime event because of some wacko doomsday theory.
Okay.
Number 9, the Windows 95 maze. Screensavers aren't all that common anymore now that most of our devices have a sleep function to conserve power. In the 90s, however, there was one screensaver you'd see in many homes, the Windows 95 maze. Here, you're basically watching your computer play a video game as it automatically takes left turns until finding the smiley face, thus resetting and generating a whole new maze. There was something really mesmerizing about it between the artificial intelligence and guessing where the face might end up. Honestly, why hasn't Microsoft made a full-fledged game out of this? Number 8, the Delia's catalog. If you weren't sure what to wear for the girls' night or the high school dance, you probably referred to this mail-in catalog of fashion. Founded in 1993, Delia's was the go-to catalog for teens who wanted to wear the latest clothes and fashion trends. Unfortunately, Delia's would be buried by competitors, in addition to being spun off and acquired on a few occasions as time went on. By the end of 2014, Delia's filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and liquidated all of its stores.
I declare bankruptcy!
While it tried to bounce back as an online-only store in 2015, this venture was a complete failure. Now, you can only get their clothing through the Dolls Kill brand. Number 7, Orbitz. Yes, it's the magical beady beverage that is featured on many a WatchMojo list in recent years. Is it a bug? Did someone mistake your beer for an empty and put their cigarette butt in there? With Orbitz, there was no mistake. This obscure, non-carbonated drink was manufactured with a small variety of flavors to quench your thirst and hunger. From raspberry citrus to vanilla orange, the beads and beverage made for a unique type of drink. Alas, Orbitz would live a seriously short life because of its terrible commercial performance. Given the presence of gellan gum and high sugar, one can hazard a guess at why folks weren't picking these up off the shelves, especially when seeing the edible orbs inside. Number 6, the iMac G3.
You gotta see this thing in person, but I'll do the best I can with video.
Apple's Mac computers have come a long way. Today, design is all about improving battery life, making everything as thin as possible, and getting berated about updating iTunes even if we don't use it. But in the late 90s, a common Mac computer looked about as chunky as a CRT television set.
The faster, sleeker, quieter, redesigned, and even easier to use iMac.
The teal-colored Macs with their translucent Bondi blue shells were especially a huge success for Apple. But looking back, these desktop computers were also incredibly hefty and awkwardly shaped. That's because it wasn't just a monitor. This was the computer itself.
Heated leather seats sold separately.
Just seeing pictures of these makes us glad schools are using laptops instead. Number 5, PB Crisps. Yeah, we gotta squeeze another food product in here, and this is another snack that's popped up on our lists before. PB Crisps was a special kind of sweet treat from Planters, consisting of peanut-shaped cookies filled with peanut butter inside.
Inside the center so sweet. Peanut butter cream. Oh, a treat.
And if you wanted an addition to peanut butter, you could buy bags of the cookies that were also filled with chocolate or strawberry. Sadly, these snacks were not around for long due to low demand, and have become a relic of the mid-90s. To this day, there is still a group of dedicated fans clamoring for the product's return, even going as far as to make a website dedicated to the cause. Number 4, AIM, also known as AOL Instant Messenger.
Just fire up that machine and off you go. You got mail!
It's been a hot minute since we heard anything remotely relevant to AOL. While AOL currently exists and was acquired by Verizon in 2015, AIM ceased operations in December 2017.
AOL's announcement said simply,
goodbye.
We're shocked too. This service was introduced way back in 1997 and became the leading messaging service in North America for roughly a decade.
Wherever I go, I stay connected with everyone in my life. It's really easy to stay in touch.
But as tech giants like Google and Facebook started taking over, AIM lost all purpose.
I remain confused, empty. What am I evolving into? What is my purpose? I must know. Tell me!
The two companies had better services and better security. Slowly but surely, AIM would begin shutting down features one by one, starting in 2007, before disappearing completely a decade later.
Having failed to keep up with ever-evolving technology, we're forced to say TTFN to the iconic service and a simpler time. We can only hope will BRB.
TTYL.
Number 3, Netscape Navigator.
She was 18 years old.
She doesn't even know what Netscape is.
These days, we have dozens of web browsers vying for our attention, from Google Chrome to Mozilla Firefox to Safari to DuckDuckGo. We remember way back when the internet was a baby that there was only one browser to use, Netscape Navigator. This browser was created in 1994 and for a short time went uncontested in the industry.
Well, what about all those other low-cost guys like...
Don't you want an ISP that's fast, safer, reliable, and more secure?
What happened to cause such decline? Well, Internet Explorer happened. Then Chrome, Firefox, Safari, all of them. Netscape would receive its final update in 2007 before ceasing support and development the year after.
Everything has to change faster, obviously. You know, look at Netscape. It was born and died. I don't want to use the word died. They wouldn't like that word. But it basically was born and overtaken within 4 years. That's pretty fast.
Number 2, the Discman. Like Walkmans in the 80s, Discmans became a crucial part of our lives. There just wasn't anything like going on a walk or exercising while jamming out to the newest albums. Besides radios, this was pretty much the way to listen to music. Of course, as we find new ways to store data, we also kill off part of a medium. Nowadays, we can just open Spotify on our phones and jam to anything we desire without having to eject a CD and holster something chunky on our waist. Still, there is something tactile to be missed here.
Your ears will tell you. It's not only what you play, it's what you play it on.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Video rental stores.
Oh! Jesus, this place is back tonight, man.
Those who grew up in the 80s, 90s, or 2000s fondly look back on video rental stores. While the very first such stores opened in the late 70s, it was in the 90s that bigger brands like Hollywood Video and Blockbuster boomed in demand. For some families, weekly trips to these stores would become a tradition as new movies made their way to the shelves and movie buffs sought out hidden gems.
Wow! Wow! What a difference! Blockbuster Video!
This industry would decline, however, as Netflix and streaming services became more and more prominent. Hollywood Video would go defunct in 2010, while Blockbuster enjoys a few thousand customers through its last and only store, located in Bend, Oregon.
When you see them all next to each other, it's kind of makes it easier. But with on Netflix, you only see the title, and that's all. We have to scroll through it, and it takes a while to get through all of the movies.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
That was a nice walk down memory lane. Some of you guys have been commenting on the side. You remember having the Walkmans and some of the other stuff? Yeah, nostalgia makes you kind of sad. You think something's going to be around forever, and it's gone after a couple of years, and, Caitlin's ready to organize a road trip to go to Oregon to go to the last standing Blockbuster. Tim's got his portable record man. Probably hooks up to a car battery. Camcorder's the size of a dictionary. Yeah, I have one around here somewhere. Takes like a big VHS tape, you pop in the side. Feel like you're a news cameraman from the 80s or the 70s or something. Yeah, a lot of that stuff's gone. A lot of cool, interesting items there. Let's see, what's that new one there? Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Okay, looks like that link's not working anymore either. Huh. Back over here. Huh. Yeah, that one's not working. Yeah, the link you gave me is not working now. You missed the boombox from the listen to music with your friends at the boombox. There you go. There you go. Crash that one. All right, let's try this one then. Let's try that new link. I'll try that one. All right. Oh, okay. Going to fast food or go to Blockbuster with your mom when you were a kid. Those are good days. Use record some of the radio with the cassette tape. Pause, rewind, write down the words so you can know them all. Don't forget to have the same pencil that you're writing with handy so you can put the tape back in the case in case your machine got hungry and try to eat it. All right, let's check this out. She sent me, this is the 10 biggest fast food failures of all time. Things that they thought were going to be setting the world on fire. And they didn't really. They did not. All right, let's see here. Okay, here we go. Let's get this going here.
McDonald's has pasta dinners. Lots of spaghetti with delicious meatballs.
Fast food items have the ability to become major hits,
dude.
like the Big Mac or the Baconator.
Hang on.
Those very epic fails. The 10 biggest fast food failures of all time. Long John Silver's Big Catch Meal.
Welcome aboard the ship of lost souls.
This seafood monstrosity was added to the Long John Silver's menu in 2013. It contained a 7.5-ounce piece of haddock served with a pile of onion rings and a side of hush puppies. Long John Silver's described the meal as the largest fish we have ever offered, and claimed it was a game changer. The Big Catch Meal was launched in May and was discontinued by August of that same year due to a significant backlash. It turns out that Long John Silver's was also serving up a shockingly unhealthy amount of calories and fat. The Big Catch Meal contained more trans fats than the average person should eat in 2 weeks.
Much too greasy. Even the smell of it makes me feel physically sick.
A lot of this was attributed to the fact that these items were cooked up in a big vat of partially hydrogenated frying oil. By the end of 2013, Long John Silver's agreed to look into new oil for their fryers that would replace hydrogenated oil in their restaurants. This meal was actually panned as the worst restaurant meal in America by the Center for Science in the Public Interest.
Well, that's hardly the image we want for Long John Silver's.
Pizza Hut's gourmet rebrand.
That's gourmet cooking for you.
Pizza Hut is basically known for serving greasy, cheesy pizza. But in 2014, after declining sales, they decided they wanted to appeal to foodie millennials and updated their menu to include new artisan options. They dubbed this rebrand Flavor of Now. Some of these artisan toppings included honey sriracha sauce, Peruvian cherry peppers, and Asiago crust. The company even reached out to some of the more trendy food trucks in New York City to help suggest menu flavors and items that would appeal to the hip foodies out there.
Expecting someone with some sort of vehicle to, not this.
However, at the end of May 2014, the CEO of Pizza Hut's parent company, Yum Brands Incorporated, admitted at a conference in New York City that the rebrand was not working.
That's a terrible call.
What was once referred to as the biggest rebrand in the company's history was now the biggest flop they'd seen, at least in a long time. It turns out that they neglected one major thing. Their target audience just wanted cheap, greasy pizza. Within a year, Pizza Hut ended up making a complete reversal back to their original menu. McDonald's Pizza.
McDonald's has lots of stuff for dinner, like new family-sized pizzas.
With the rise of pizza chains at this time, the company decided it wanted to tap into this corner of the dinner food market and introduced their own pizza. By the early 1990s, McDonald's implemented it in a portion of their Canadian and American locations.
Pizza time.
However, there were a lot of complications that came with this decision. First, there was an equipment issue. The McDonald's pizza required a new oven to cook, which was designed to quickly cook pizza dough from frozen within 6 minutes.
This is good. Yeah.
It meant that every single restaurant location would have to obtain a new oven and find room for it in their kitchen. Next, there was a drive-through issue. The boxes designed for the pizza didn't fit through the window, which meant that they had to be expanded. That called for more renovations. The pizza also took a total of 11 minutes to cook and prepare, which is way too long to keep up with drive-through times. People frequently had to pull over and wait a long time for their pizzas. Not only was this a flop, but it angered many popular pizza chains and prompted them to create smear campaign-style ads against McDonald's.
That was like watching Ronald McDonald eat a cheeseburger off the Grimace.
I'm serious.
Burger King's Halloween Whopper.
Juicy,
Flavorful with just a hint of...
In 2015, Burger King was consumed by the Halloween spirit. It resulted in the Halloween Whopper being added to the menu. It was your average Whopper, but it was served on a spooky black bun. To achieve the dark hue, the buns were infused with A1 steak sauce. The burger itself also came in a cute mummy-themed wrapper as an added bonus. It turns out that the burger was more nightmare-inducing than anticipated.
Welcome to my world.
Customers began to report that the Black Whopper was turning their poop green. And not just any green, neon green. The reason for this was the dye in the sauce. However, according to some nutritionists, a typical serving of A1 steak sauce doesn't contain enough dye to have this effect. The consensus was that Burger King was clearly using a concentrated version in their buns. Now, the green poop wasn't really a health hazard, it just came as more of a shock to people who were not mentally prepared for the experience.
Oh, it sucks.
Domino's Oreo dessert pizza.
Aren't cookies the best?
2007 was an interesting year.
And we are calling it iPhone.
For $3.99, you could order a giant pizza-sized cookie from Domino's. It was served as an addition with any purchase. The Oreo dessert pizza consisted of a warm, giant chocolate chip cookie slathered in Oreos and super sweet, sticky vanilla syrup. Most people agreed that this concoction was way too sweet and also too chewy. According to some reviews, the cookie portion was also pretty bland. It's that signature creamy filling that we really care about. So when you take it out of the equation, it's not the same.
Oh, okay.
Overall, it was unappealing and didn't last very long on the menu.
Doesn't feel like there's much love in Domino's pizza.
While Domino's has developed a substantial reputation for affordable pizza delivery over the years, it has never really been known for its desserts. It seems as though they've taken the hint. After trying to launch other types of dessert pizzas over the years, the company has seemingly decided to stick with brownies, Cinnasticks, and lava cake for the time being.
Eat a pizza once in a while.
McDonald's spaghetti.
McDonald's new pasta dinners with your favorite meatballs.
In the 1970s, McDonald's decided to develop McSpaghetti. The dish was long spaghetti noodles covered in marinara sauce, topped with shredded cheese and served in a cardboard container. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, McDonald's decided to give it another try. They launched McSpaghetti in some locations across the United States, mostly the South.
Since when don't you like spaghetti and meatballs, huh?
This time, they tried a few varieties, including lasagna and fettuccine alfredo. These products were launched in those locations to be tested over the course of a year. But like the McPizza, people do not go to McDonald's for Italian food. This item was taken off the menu pretty quickly. Still, McDonald's did try to bring back their McSpaghetti in other locations around the world. You can try it yourself, but you have to go to the Philippines to get it.
Lasagna.
Lasagna? What the hell's the matter with you?
Burger King's Satisfries.
It's time to get satisfied.
In 2013, Burger King decided they needed to cater to a more health-conscious audience in North America and decided that the best way to do this was to release healthier fries.
Is this organic?
The Burger King Satisfries were made with a type of batter that was designed to absorb less of the frying oil. This way, they wouldn't contain as much fat as regular fries. The results were fries that were only 4 grams less in fat than the regular fries and still contained 270 calories in a small serving, only about 70 calories less than regular fries. According to some reports, many customers started calling them Saddest Fries. Let's face it, when you're hungry for French fries, you don't care about calorie content.
I want high cholesterol. I want to eat bacon and butter and buckets of cheese, okay?
Because you know you're not making a healthy choice to begin with. For example, even though McDonald's has released a lot of healthier options, their biggest sellers are still French fries and burgers. Burger King's top seller is still the Whopper. Within a year, Burger King started discontinuing these Satis fries from their menu,
Garbage day!
and went back to the good old greasy fries people know and love. Dairy Queen's Breeze.
Come on, I'll treat you to a Dairy Queen.
Just like Burger King, Dairy Queen also decided to try to appeal to more health-conscious customers. In 1990, Dairy Queen launched the Breeze. It was basically a blizzard made from frozen yogurt instead of ice cream. It lasted about a decade before the company finally pulled the plug and discontinued it.
Not like this.
The problem was that it just didn't sell. Some employees actually stated that the frozen yogurt supply in the store would often go bad or expire before they could sell any of it. One of the issues could be that a frozen yogurt-based blizzard still isn't actually healthy, especially when you mix in a bunch of candies and chocolates that completely defeat the purpose of a healthier base. It was technically lower in calories than a regular blizzard, but still had a ton of them when the mix-ins were added. Or perhaps the problem is that Dairy Queen was too early in their thinking.
I really want to sort of make a healthy, low-fat or non-fat.
Now, frozen yogurt chains are incredibly popular, and people enjoy turning to this alternative as a healthier way to enjoy a cool dessert.
Can I come too?
Robbie, I only have enough money for me and Joe.
Taco Bell's seafood salad. During the 1980s, the restaurant chain best associated with stoners and post-bar runs decided to try to invent a healthy seafood item to compete with the successful Filet-O-Fish at McDonald's. In this vintage commercial for the concoction, you can clearly see that they are trashing the competition by implying that ordering fish at a fast food chain isn't real fish. Ironic.
Pretty good.
Coming from a chain that is constantly under scrutiny for the quality of its beef. Now, the more logical solution to compete with the seafood market would have just been to introduce fish tacos. However, Taco Bell decided they were going to do something completely different and decided on a salad instead.
Ron, would you like some salad?
Since I am not a rabbit, no, I do not.
The Taco Bell seafood salad contained a mixture of typical salad vegetables topped with shrimp, whitefish, and snow crab. Extra toppings also included cheese and olives. And in Taco Bell style, the whole thing was served inside an edible taco shell bowl. Does anyone really want seafood when they go to Taco Bell? It turns out the answer is no, because this item was discontinued.
Don't go!
Wendy's Super Bar.
You eat all that, I won't be responsible.
When you think of a salad bar and buffet style experience, you don't typically think about Wendy's. But back in the 80s and 90s, they gave it a go with their Super Bar. Basically, this was a big self-serve buffet bar that featured salads, fruit, Mexican food, and pasta. The pasta section included 2 types of pasta with sauce options and garlic bread made from hamburger buns. In the Mexican section were nachos, refried beans, and a build-your-own taco bar. Then dessert was a choice between chocolate or vanilla pudding. The Super Bar cost about $2.99 per person, about $5.40 today after inflation, which, if you ask us, is a steal. And a lot of other people thought so too. In fact, so many people loved the idea that Wendy's really couldn't keep up with running a buffet and still preparing their regular orders. They now had to do their usual job with the added responsibilities of cleaning, restocking, and preparing foods for the Super Bar. Not to mention, it's probably not very profitable to be charging that little when you know that people are going back for as many helpings as they can.
Face deep.
And abusing that free refill policy. By 1998, the Super Bar was discontinued, although some locations still carried it until 2006.
Is this the gentleman who ruined the buffet?
Help yourself to seconds and tap that screen for our next great video. New to our channel and want to join our notification squad? It's easy. After you bang that subscribe button, just ring that bell.
Stewie, I'm not really...
There you go. KFC is $40. Wow. It's been a while since I've been there. All right. Part 2. All right. Keep closing the other YouTube window. Let's open that thing up again. All right. Oh. This lady's voice reminds me of somebody. I don't remember who it is now. Alrighty. Let's see. There we go. Okay, looks good. Make that big. Okay. Sounds on. We are visible. All right, here we go. Get your turkey from Popeye's Chicken. There you go. All right, keep going. All right.
Stewie, I'm not really much of a fast food eater.
In our lifetime, lots of things come and go. Just when you're not looking, your favorite thing just vanishes and is quickly replaced with the next new thing. The same goes for our favorite fast food items. However, there is usually a good explanation for their disappearance. So here are the 10 biggest fast food failures of all time. Part 2.
You're failures! Yeah.
McDonald's McRib.
OMG, the McRib is back. Why was it ever gone?
Approximately 38 years ago, before anyone ever heard of pulled pork sandwiches, McDonald's created the McRib, a barbecue-flavored pork sandwich that consisted of boneless pork patty made from pork shoulder meat that was molded to resemble a miniature rack of ribs. The sandwich, which consisted of a patty slathered in barbecue sauce, came topped with onions and pickles, served on a 5.5-inch submarine roll. It was first introduced to the menu in 1981. After poor sales, it was removed from the menu in 1985 and reintroduced a few years later. It stayed on the menu until 2005 in many countries.
I wasn't aware of, what was going on with the McRib sandwich.
From 2006 to 2018, the McRib made an occasional reappearance on the menu for a short period of time every year during the fall, but only in markets where sales were good. Nonetheless, McDonald's executives decided that pork was not eaten as often in most parts of the U.S. for it to stay on the menu long term. In case you are really dying to try the McRib, a short trip abroad is in order to Germany or Luxembourg, where a McRib can be had at McDonald's anytime. Burger King Veal Parmigiana.
Little piccata, little veal.
Burger King's veal parmigiana sounded like a sure thing in the 80s. Everyone loved this Italian favorite. It tasted like Nona's homemade veal sandwich, slathered with tomato sauce and melted mozzarella on a panini-shaped bread. It was delicious, but the introduction of this veal-based sandwich in 1980 did not come without controversy. It caught the eye of many animal rights activists in the US, Canada, and New Zealand. A few years later, several groups were alleging that the veal being sourced to Burger King was inhumane toward the treatment of these animals. This is inhumane! They wanted Burger King to stop serving the sandwich, which Burger King refused to do. In protest, a boycott of the sandwiches resulted, and Burger King eventually announced that it intended to pull the sandwich from the market, stating that it was not because of the boycotts, but because there was a lack of consumer demand. In fact, the chain said the sandwich sold best in the markets where the majority of the protests were occurring. The old adage is true, no such thing as bad publicity. Pizza Hut Taco Pizza.
Pizza Hut.
This one is for all those kids in the 80s who will remember Pizza Hut's Taco Pizza. Who can forget it? It was the best thing to be invented since sliced bread. Introduced in the late 70s and popular until the 80s, Pizza Hut's Taco Pizza came served on their original pizza crust, topped with seasoned ground beef, taco sauce, and a mix of cheddar and melted mozzarella cheese. The lettuce and tomatoes were added on top after it had been cooked. It was a pizza-looking, taco-tasting pizza, as the commercial says. For those who missed the chance at eating this delicious pizza, it actually looked good and tasted decent. A cross between Mexican and Italian food, it was really popular for a while, trying to emulate both food genres.
And that is a very creative idea.
But unfortunately, it was more of a gimmick, something people wanted to try one time, then never returned to. Some chains still make a taco pizza or a variation of it, and all of them are better than the original Pizza Hut taco pizza, which was, if we're being honest, a bit of a monstrosity. We applauded Pizza Hut for thinking out of the box, but the execution left a lot to be desired. Wendy's Frascata Deli Sandwich.
We be flipping them burgers at Wendy's.
Wendy's is best known for its square hamburger patties, but in 2006, they came out with a new item, deli sandwiches. Wendy's decided to cut in on Subway's action and also increase their profit margin in that market, and began offering their own line of freshly prepared deli sandwiches. Sold under the name Frascata, the sandwiches offered multiple variations on the ham and cheese sandwich. They served it on an artisanal bread and even got all fancy by offering dabs of pesto.
Oh, fancy, fancy.
The sandwiches and the Frascata lineup included the Frascata Club, roasted turkey with pesto and Swiss, Black Forest ham and Swiss, and chunky chicken salad Frascata. The word Frascata in Italian means fresh. The sandwiches were freshly prepared and initially welcomed as a lower calorie and healthier alternative to Wendy's burgers and fries. However, the idea never really caught on due to poor sales. The other major glitch was that it took too long to prepare the sandwiches, and people were waiting a while in line to receive them. Wendy's discontinued the sandwiches a year later. Burger King, Burger Bundles.
This isn't a safe house, it's a Burger King.
Burger King has had no shortage of epic food failures, none more evident than their burger bundles, which were released in 1987. Presented as a slider, a very small hamburger meant obviously for massive consumption. Burger King figured they were so small that people would have to order 2 or more at a time to really get their fill, therefore doubling their sales and resulting in more money in their pockets. The burger bundles were popular with teens and the late night crowd who did not have too much money to spend after an evening of partying. Despite their popularity, the burger bundles had their issues as well.
Issues can be solved.
Preparation was tedious and difficult as they had to assemble so many more because of their size. The cooks also had issues with the cooking process as they would fall through the grills on the stoves. Sometimes they were losing more patties that ended in the garbage at the end of the night than those that actually made it out of the kitchen and were sold. Ultimately, the technical demands required to make them proved too much, and they were discontinued just months after they were introduced. Greediness came back to bite them in the buns. McDonald's Hula Burger.
That's so informal. Are you talking about McDonald's?
McDonald's has also had its share of failures. It is normal for the marketing team to think up new ideas to please its customers, following the trends of the day. But nothing was more inane than the invention of this burger from McDonald's. The Hula Burger was a meatless burger introduced in the 1960s by Ray Kroc. Today, meatless burgers like Beyond Meat are popular because of the introduction of vegan lifestyles.
I'm a level 5 vegan.
This burger was invented as a substitute for American Catholics who could not eat meat on Fridays. The burger consisted of a slice of grilled pineapple with cheese on a bun. It was designed to go up against the filet of fish, which was created by a Catholic McDonald's franchisee, Lou Groen. McDonald's killed the Hula Burger early on, as it became quickly evident that its alternative, the filet of fish, was getting much better traction. McDonald's Fish McBites.
Oh, these are good.
Fishy, fishy.
McDonald's Fish McBites were small pieces of flaky white fish dipped in batter and deep fried until they were golden brown and served with tartar sauce for dipping. They were offered in 3 sizes: snack, 10 pieces, regular, 15 pieces, and shareable, 30 pieces. The Fish McBites were a welcome change and the first new addition to the Happy Meal menu in a decade. Again, they mostly were marketed and catered to Catholics during Lent and were specifically meant to have a short run. But Fish McBites failed to hook enough diners to get the fast food chain's U.S. sales any growth for one clear reason. They were marketed to the wrong demographic.
Well, clearly you didn't do it right.
Happy Meals cater to children and not many kids like fish. even if they look like nuggets. The launch marked the start of what McDonald's said was a bigger pipeline of new limited-time offers. By adding more variety to its menu, the company was hoping to fend off competition and tempt customers to eat out more. The Filet-O-Fish remains a popular contender for fish during Lent, and the McBites did not really catch on. But battered, deep-fried fish isn't an unusual menu item, and given that Lent happens every year, maybe these could one day return. Pizza Hut Bigfoot Pizza.
Pizza the Hut!
Pizza Hut's Bigfoot Pizza was a big thing in the 90s, named so because of its size. It was one of their more popular pizzas. The pizza measured 12 inches by 24 inches, or 2 square feet, and was cut into 21 slices. Ideal for parties, big groups, or a very hungry family with lots of leftovers for breakfast the next morning. With the Bigfoot, you could choose up to 3 toppings of your liking for under $11. There were all kinds of extra promotional things surrounding the Bigfoot Pizza. In 1993, Pizza Hut put in a free trial month of HBO,
Quite a promotion.
or a free video rental from Blockbuster with a purchase of the Bigfoot as a limited time offer. There was also the Bigfoot Big Six, which was a variation with 6 different toppings and sold for the same price as the standard Bigfoot. Throughout the 90s, Pizza Hut offered and combined all kinds of promo stuff like free admission to theme parks, extra pizza toppings, and much more. The pizza competed with the likes of Little Caesars Big Cheese and the Dominator from Domino's Pizza. The Bigfoot won over big time. So we know what you're thinking. This sounds like a hit. Why is it on our failures list? The fail is on Pizza Hut's part for retiring this beloved pizza for no apparent reason. It was one of their more popular items, came in at a great price, and people still clamor for its comeback to this day. Come on, Pizza Hut, we love you. Make your wrong a right and bring back the Bigfoot. McDonald's McDLT.
Oh, we love McDonald's.
In the 80s, the decade of excess, McDonald's introduced the McDLT. It was a simple idea, nothing more than a hamburger with lettuce, tomato, and mayo packaged in a double-sided styrofoam container that kept the hot side and the cold side separate. It was the customer's job to put the 2 sides together, ensuring a balanced burger and evenly distributed heat. It was sold on the premise that it was more appetizing this way.
It's hotter and juicier.
McDonald's was already facing public relations issues because of its environmental unfriendly standards concerning too much packaging. The McDLT only emphasized their problems. The burger was discontinued in 1990 because of the backlash it received regarding the container, which was its signature feature. The styrofoam containers fell out of favor because of environmental concerns, and some stores were still serving up the cold ingredients warm anyways, defying the whole purpose. The product was withdrawn and never made an appearance again. Taco Bell Double XL Chalupa.
Now, all restaurants are Taco Bell.
No way.
Taco Bell is another fast food chain that tries very hard with different concepts to please their customers. In 2010, they came out with the Double XL Chalupa. The Double XL Chalupa was 57% larger than the original Chalupa and contained more seasoned ground beef, crispy lettuce, tomatoes, cheddar cheese, and nacho cheese sauce topped with sour cream, all rolled up in one big Chalupa flatbread. When Taco Bell announced the debut of its new oversized Chalupa, the customers were ecstatic. Now they can have double their favorite meal. The chain generated an insane amount of hype among fans with a fake magazine-type advertisement.
There ain't no pizza. You can have a chalupa.
The double-stuffed fried tortilla looked pretty awesome and over the top. The problem arose when the customers ordered the meal, but it did not look anything like the pictures. Apparently, the restaurant was not delivering twice the amount of meat filling and toppings as promised in their ads. Customers were very disappointed and took to the internet. The complaints were that they were being duped into paying more for almost the same thing as a regular chalupa. The Double XL Chalupa was removed from the menu a few short months after it was launched. In 2011, they tried to bring back a version of the large chalupa, calling it the Double, but it failed again.
Taco Bell does not give up easily when they know they have a good thing. They keep trying to bring this one back from the dead.
Man can only take so much failure.
Order up more by staying right here. Just tap on our next great video and show us some love by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell to join our notification squad so you never miss out.
All right. Oh, there's another one. All right, let's watch this. All right, let's see what this one is here. Another one. Let's see. Let me refresh the screen. Said it isn't available anymore. Just copying the link. That one is not available anymore. That's weird. Huh. Yeah, some of the links don't work on my computer for some reason. It's probably just my allergies. My eyes are real itchy. Let's try this link here. Okay, I'll try that one. Okay, hopefully this won't give me a strike, but like hi. Oh man. All right. Let's see here. Okay.
Good mythical morning.
When you think of Christmas food, you probably think of some ham, maybe the spiral cut. That's my favorite. Some turkey. There's got to be some gravy, fruitcake, candy canes, fruitcake. Grab some fruit out of the fruitcake with candy canes. But back in the 50s and the 60s, things were a little different.
And by different, we apparently mean horrifying. Now, we're going to be eating some stuff that's going to be served to us, vintage Christmas recipes. We don't know what they are yet. But I'm told that some of them are so unbelievable, we're going to think they're fake. Therefore, we have constructed a game where the crew is going to present a list of vintage Christmas recipes to us. We'll have to decide if they're real or fake. And then if they're real, we're going to have to eat them. Let's play. Is that vintage Christmas recipe real or really fake?
Okay, here's how it's going to work. We're going to hear the recipe for the item read to us by Stevie. We have to guess just based on the recipe whether or not it's real or fake. And then it will be revealed to us. And if it's real, it'll be there. And whoever got it wrong will have to eat it.
Ooh.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Round one.
And here it is. A nicely wrapped present. But does it have a weird recipe in it? I don't know yet.
Stevie, tell us about it.
Cranberry mayonnaise Jell-O salad candles. Simply mix cranberries, walnuts, oranges, and mayonnaise into a delicious candle-shaped Jell-O mold. Shove a real candle in the middle, and then light it on fire.
First of all, I appreciate that. That was very Christmassy.
An announcer voice. That's good, too.
But was it real? Candles? With candles in them?
In it, and then a candle on it, and mayonnaise and fruit.
Sounds delicious.
Okay. Let's give our answer.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Real. Oh, you. Hey!
Yeah. So we're both right. Oh, gosh, look at that. Shaky, shaky.
Well, at least we don't have
light
to eat
it up. Do we have a lighter?
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, I forgot to tell you, whoever gets it wrong has to eat it, but if you both get it right, you both have to eat it too. That's just a side note.
Come on. What kind of Christmas rule is that?
Where's your Christmas spirit announcer, Stevie? Okay.
It looks like cat food for a cat that's been naughty.
Let me smell it. It smells like a burning
you
candle.
almost put the freaking. You realize there's heat. You know what's happening there with the flame is it's light and heat.
Makes hotness.
Energy. That's what fire is. You almost put it in one of your nostrils.
So there's cranberries, candle wax.
It's cranberries, walnuts, oranges, and mayonnaise.
Where did you get the candle wax? It is a candle.
Oh, it is a candle. I thought there's
candle wax. Because you can't make a candle without wax.
I was so distracted by just the announcer.
In my neck of the woods, candles are always made out of wax.
It smells like mayonnaise. That's this.
What's wrong with
Well,
that?
it actually is a recipe that was published in 1960 in an ad for Hellman's mayonnaise. So it is a lot of mayonnaise.
Ding! Merry Christmas.
I like it. Hey, light my candle, baby. I'm going back in. What's wrong with that, Link? Nothing.
It tastes like it has like crayons in it or something. Like I'm convinced there's wax in it. No, like you can't tell me there's not.
There's not wax in it. It's like a Jello salad kind of thing.
It's very sweet, and then this like mayonnaise heaviness hits you.
Now, what about this? Is that?
That's not edible.
That's partially.
Actually, I think it probably is.
You know what? I'll put this in.
Oh, we'll save the rest of that for later.
Round 2. Wow. Chase, did you do this? Yep. You could go work at Belk.
All right, tell us about it, announcer Stevie.
Frosty the Spam Man. Combine 4 cans of Spam, some breadcrumbs, and clear gelatin in a blender. Next, dump it out into that snowman-shaped cake pan you definitely already have. Allow the mixture to set overnight. In the morning, frost him with some mayonnaise aspic and give him a fun hot dog for a nose.
Breadcrumbs, Spam, and gelatin
In
molded
the shape of
into
Frosty
a
the Snowman.
with a hot dog for a nose.
I'm in.
The hot dog for a nose. I don't know.
Better than a carrot.
So you're hoping it's real. All right.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Fake. The hot dog for the nose.
The hot dog for the nose really do it off.
Oh, look at that. It's a Christmas troll. Look at that. We've been trolled. We weren't trolls.
So we
trolled the troll.
We both have to eat this troll.
Round 3. All right, let's hear that recipe.
Trim a tree dip. Take cream cheese, blue cheese, cheddar cheese, Worcestershire sauce, and onions and mold them into a cone-shaped Tower of Doom. Then surround it with everyone's favorite witch finger food, bugles. As an added bonus, why not shove some pimentos in there so they look like worms trying to escape?
So a cone-shaped cheese ball.
Cheese tree.
Oh.
Are you not listening to the same thing I'm listening to?
It's a cone-shaped ball, which is a tree.
Yeah.
I get it.
Wow. You know, I have had so much cheese this holiday season already, but you know what? I'm ready for more. So I'm really hoping this is real.
How far back do bugles go?
But you know what? The weird thing is I'm hoping that it's real and that I get it wrong and then have to eat it because I want to eat it. Weird. So,
but if you get it wrong, there is an ultimate punishment at the end for the person who loses overall.
But is it worth the reward right now? Christmas conflict.
All right.
You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Real.
Bugle's part made me think it was fake. Oh, it's real.
And you have to eat it.
I have to eat it.
I want to eat it.
Well, you can't eat it.
Hold on, you know what?
That's your punishment for getting it right.
But you lose the point. I'll take the punishment.
I don't like blue cheese or Worcestershire.
I love all of it.
This is weird.
Oh,
this is like something your demented uncle who like dedicates whole rooms of his house to like a train going around.
Oh,
and he like builds that in the middle. He's like, my train goes around the cheese volcano at Christmas time.
Link, you
want to come take a bite from it?
Link, quit being the uncle and eat some of this freaking cheese. You need to experience this.
Really? Everyone's
a
a winner?
Christmas miracle.
I'm having a little bit of a dip issue here, but
I'm trying to maintain the shape of the tree. I could eat this whole thing right now. I could just pick it up and just put my mouth on top of it and probably take half of it. You want me to?
Like a T-Rex?
Maybe later.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's move on.
Round 4. Well, Chase, I was expecting a new beautiful present. This seems like a repeat.
You recycled the presents?
It's still beautiful.
Give us the recipe.
Snowy chicken confetti salad. Simply mix together some chicken consomme, chicken chunks, celery, pimento, pepper, lemon juice, flavorless gelatin, heavy cream, and of course, mayonnaise. Chill it in a bundt cake mold and hope that it looks more like snow than dive bar dumpster vomit. Enjoy.
Ooh, so cold chicken congealed with mayo in a bundt cake pan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one sounds
tasty.
No, this is the first one that feels like a mistake. just the way that it was described, whether it's real or fake, it's a mistake.
I'm getting choked up over here. I don't think I'm going to be able to taste anything else today, guys.
You don't, but you can just slurp it right up. I'm sure it's gelatin.
Okay.
I think I've got an answer.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Real. Let's see if we're right.
Yes!
Oh, that means we both have to eat it.
There's
All
an
right,
olive
pull
in the
it up.
middle.
Oh, it's as cold as winter's edge.
Look at the texture, Link. There's celery cheese, and what makes it white? Mayonnaise. Oh yes, mayonnaise.
Now, when I cut through this, let's be quiet because I'm wondering if it's gonna make a sound. I mean, it's kind of like a chicken salad with way too much.
They didn't make much of a sound until
until
you hit the bottom.
Made a moist. Hear that moist cutting? Ew.
It's kind of nice.
Like something you'd hear in like
it's got chicken.
an ER.
You just want
to. Here's my piece.
Okay.
Here, you want me? Here, I'll get you a piece. There you go.
Man, you're so good at
Hold
this.
my hand. It's like a married
I don't
couple
trust
cutting
you,
a
dude.
wedding cake.
I mean, you and knives
Here,
around the
let me help
holidays,
you eat it.
we know the history. Even a butter knife, you can find a way to get that into my intestines, probably.
Oh, look at that. Chicken salad, heavy on the